Scandia, south of Oslo, formerly the home of the whaling fleet, is now given over to the shipyards of one of Norway's specialized shipbuilders. First ship to sail in the Scan service, feat of burning the ship in half, depended mainly on the number of men employed, since the cutting line had been marked with pinpoint accuracy by the most modern technique of a finely focused laser beam. The job was carried out in 24 hours, whereas more conventional methods could easily have taken up to 14 days. With the cutting completed, the dock is flooded. Tough little tugs at the stern pull the after section of the Temeraire away. Slowly and surely, the gap between the two halves widens and widens. At last, the rear section moves completely clear of the dock, while the forepart remains stationary. The cellular hull forming the new center section has been pre-assembled close by in the shipyard. Final preparations are made, ready for the launching. With a resounding splash and a proud flutter of bunting, the new center section takes to the water. There is a breathtaking moment of suspense as it finds its equilibrium, floats on an even keel, and comes gently to rest. With the stern lying clear, the cellular container section can now be towed into the dock for joining to the forepart of the ship. A huge mobile crane takes over from the towing tugs. Steel hawsers are attached, and under radio control, the hull is winched forward until the two sections meet. When perfect alignment has been obtained, the dock is drained so that the two sections can be welded together. A similar operation must now be carried out to unite the after section with the new middle section. With the dock flooded again, the stern is towed into position. Riding high on the water means the ballast tanks must be flooded to ensure alignment, and then final welding operations can be completed. The stretching has increased Temeraire's deadweight capacity by 2,400 tons, making room for 120 containers. 84 of them fit in the slots of the new cellular section amidships and 36 on the hatch cover. There are fittings for a further 35 containers on the deck and hatch covers, giving a grand total of 155. Freshly painted, fitted with new engines and with cranes installed, the Temeraire is ready to load her first container cargo for Australia. Her new 25-ton crane flanking the container hold makes her independent of shore installations for loading. One by one, quickly and easily, the containers are swung aboard and lowered into the hold, the whole operation being accurately handled by remote control. Scandia ships of the lines forming Scan Austral have been carrying containers to and from Australia for more than 3 years. Now, like Temeraire, 6 of these fast, modern ships are being stretched by the addition of a cellular hull section so that they can carry up to 220 containers at a time. Outward bound to Australia, Temeraire, like the bigger Scandias to follow, called at Bremen, Hamburg, Antwerp and Rotterdam, spending only 1 day in each port. The 6 Scandias will form the core of Scan Austral's fortnightly service from Northern Europe to Australia.